Good morning, good afternoon, just generalized good day to everybody. This is Tim Watts, Annuity Sales Director with Insurance Agency Marketing Services. I am ecstatic to share with you Stonewood and their IUL as well as Roth conversion tools today. We've got agents across the nation utilizing these tools with their clients in a myriad of different manners, and just the results that they get from these are fantastic. Today I'm joined by Sergio Blanco and Jake Brunton from IAMS, as well as Tyler Randall from Stonewood. We do have a few slides to introduce IAMS, and then we're going to turn it over to Tyler. We'll have a few poll questions through the day, and Sergio and Jake are both going to help introduce IAMS as well. If you do have any questions, feel free to put those in the questions box, and we'll get those answered at the end of this presentation. One thing I want to highlight before I turn it over to Sergio and Jake is our dedication to best-in-class customer service. We do this with a ton of different steps, but one of them is answering your phone calls with a live person every day. So when you give us a buzz at 800-255-5055, we're going to get that phone answered with a live person, typically within a couple of rings. So you don't have to worry about leaving a voicemail for someone who's off in Tahiti for the rest of the year and not getting your needs taken care of. We're going to get you addressed right away. So with that being said, got a few slides here to introduce you to IAMS, and then we're going to kick it over to Tyler.
Well, thanks for that introduction and kicking it off, Tim. This is Jake over with IAMS.
Go ahead, Jake.
I'm going to start us. Can you hear me? So yeah, I'm going to start us off today with our new Producer Builders program. And so our new Producer Builders are for those of you who are new to us at IAMS. These bonuses are available based on your production level in your first 180 days of contracting with us. We have great levels that you can qualify at, and as you can see inside each level are some great options for you. We've got incredible business building tools, personal perks for you, and even cash rewards available. If you would like to know where you stand towards your new producer builder, or if you would like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, please just give us a call or talk to your sales director. So another business builders program we provide to all of our agents here at IAMS is our referred producer program. I see a couple advisors on with us today that have already taken advantage of this program. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is similar to yours in the field in that one of the best leads we could ever obtain is a referral from one of our valued producers. This is why we want to make it worth your while to refer a producer to us. That being said, when you refer a producer to us and they get contracted, we will cut you a $50 thank you check. Now, where the real money comes in is as your referral rights business, you will receive an override on that same business. Our ownership team, Charles, Steve, Curtis, and Chris, sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. And with that being said, if you can think of anyone that could benefit from doing business with our team, please just type their information into the questions box, or you can email me for that information. Below that is our marketing, if we go back one slide, sorry about that. Below that is our marketing reimbursement program, which is our most popular program that we offer. For every $100,000 in FIA premium, you'll get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. Why this is so popular and lucrative for our advisors is that we truly do consider this to be your money. You have the flexibility on what services, when, and who you use these funds with. It is your marketing reimbursement, so we don't tell you the vendors you have to use. We do recommend vendors that we partner with and leverage reduced rates and preferred service. We also have our creative team to create a marketing strategy and provide in-house services. If you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account or have a conversation about how to utilize it, just give your sales director a call at our office, or we would love to speak with you about that. So after that, I'm going to be talking a little bit about our back office support team, and this is another way we add value to your business. This is the core of IAMS and how Charles Hearing founded us years ago. So we want to help the independent advisor work smarter, not harder. We are going to do that with our great business building tools and resources. Of course, advanced case design assistance, life and annuity quotes is an area that we assist with. We're going to get you those illustrations that you request within 24 hours, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. In all reality, you're going to get it much quicker, usually within an hour, and even quicker than that at a lot of times. Submission to commission support is handled by our new business teams. Mackenzie heads up as the annuity team, and Michelle heads up as the life side. They have fantastic teams who work tirelessly to help you get commission quicker. We will scrub your applications, submit them on your behalf, do the administrative tracking, and get you updates on the cases as needed. We do this to ensure you get commissioned as quickly as possible. This is a service that we provide to our valued producers and how we help you grow your business by keeping you in front of clients while our team handles the back office support for you. So our website is a great tool for our producers to use and another reason to work with IAMS. Once you are contracted and you have full access to everything, you'll see on this slide that there is so much more at IAMSinc.com. If you haven't registered for the website, it is very simple to do. And when we are done with this, go ahead and call and create an account. We'd love to see you on there. A lot of our there's a lot of great resources that are available to you, including illustration tools, online forums, product grids, and product news. Industry updates are also available to you out there. So technology is where this industry is going, and Luma is our newest partnership to streamline the application process. Most of our carriers are now on Luma Firelight eApp platform, so you can go on there to one site to submit business. It is COVID friendly, and some carriers are going to have eApp only for some of their product lines and will also offer extra comp for utilizing the eApp platform. Make sure you ask your sales director before you submit a paper app and if you can earn more by doing the eApp. Now I'm going to kick it off back to Sergio.
Thanks, Jake. We do have a full in-house creative team here that can help you help your practice, and a lot of the items are turnkey and available for you. Many of our sales resources are white labeled, so we can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. Speaking of your logos, Agency Solutions is an expertise for our team. If you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your practice, we can help. This is going to assist you with name recognition, which will grow your natural market organically. Lastly, digital marketing solutions are a very popular topic around IAMS. We can help you with websites, social media marketing, email marketing, and more. The internet and social media sites are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go to for that information. Making sure you are accessible and represented in those marketing lanes is beneficial to growing your business. Reach out to myself or one of our sales directors with a call when this webinar concludes to talk to them about how you can access IAMS Creative. We can certainly get that ball rolling for you. IAMS also offers a complimentary marketing analysis for agents looking to explore new sales ideas and programs. Whether you're new to the industry or a seasoned producer, this free assessment can help you boost your business with insights on your website, digital presence, branding, and current marketing activities, as well as recommendations on trusted vendors for everything from lead generation to seminars and social content. Again, reach out to your sales director to get started at any time. We founded IAMS Wealth several years ago, and what we've done is grow this division of IAMS very organically. We've helped advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 at a very successful clip. Once we have you registered, we will bring great value to your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. We have great technology and great investment platforms. This has been a major growth sector of our business, and assets under management could be a major growth sector for your business as well. Here in January, we will be holding our 2-day training events, which are an excellent opportunity for our advisors that are looking for new ways to grow their practice. IAMS all expense paid academies give you an opportunity to learn from our top producers. They'll go over the marketing strategies they have used to get from the bottom to the top. It also gives you a chance to speak with your peers in the industry from all over the country. I do highly recommend that you get registered for this event. Next here, we're getting ready for our next Top Producer Summit in Quebec City. Quebec, August 3rd through 8th of 2025. All your business written through IAMS counts toward qualifying now through June 30th of 2025. 5 million points will punch a ticket for you and a guest. Be sure to call your sales director for details and to check your current points standing. We are on Facebook and LinkedIn, so we do ask that you follow and like us on these social media websites. And now
awesome.
I will turn it over to Tim.
Thank you, Sergio and Jake. Appreciate that. So I'm going to go ahead and give control over here to Tyler. So while he's getting his presentation booted up, just real quickly on Stonewood, pardon me, not only do they offer phenomenal solutions, but they've got a great team that will help get you onboarded and show you all the tools and resources to be successful. Alec over there does a great job. I know Tyler will hop on demos. That's just one thing that I wanted to share is, after today's presentation, IAMS pays for your base membership to Stonewood. So there's literally no reason to not book an appointment with us and get you that demo. And so you can start getting the base access. Tyler's going to share some bolt-ons that you can add that are extremely high ROI if you're active in annuities and life insurance right now. But with that, I just want to share that this is a very successful program. Great support, great training, great onboarding. So with that, Tyler, the floor is yours.
All right, great. Thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for joining us today. I'm going to just take you through Stonewood and the resources that you do have, as Tim mentioned, access to, and some positioning and ideas around the tax and legislative risk landscape that we find ourselves in. We certainly know that we're in a very low tax environment, and I think most experts look at the next 30 years of someone's retirement and know that taxes will eventually need to go up or have to go up, and that produces a risk. And then also the ability for Congress to get together every couple of years and change the rules on how our retirement accounts are distributed to our family, or how they're taxed, how the rules can change. We're going to talk about some positioning ideas that you can utilize in your business, kind of some story selling and different ideas that you can use. We'll look at our marketing at Stonewood to be able to prospect with and use with existing clients. And then we'll talk about our software, which will show some really simple ways to position and show the tax benefits and income benefits of allocating to a tax-free in a portfolio, whether that's Roth or IUL. We have resources to make that simple, annuity simple, and then we'll kind of close with the training that's available, study groups, and our live conference. So that's our agenda here over the next 25 minutes or so. And let me just kind of start with what we were talking about initially, which is message frames for tax and legislative risk. And so one thing that we talk about a lot, and this is a differentiator that you can use in your business, is that most people in the financial services business or CPAs or even advisors look at what we would call micro tax analysis, which is looking at taxes in a one-year view. So looking at 2024, how do we reduce taxes, or people that are getting ready probably from January on to look and reduce 2023 taxes. They're making moves right now to try to limit the taxes paid for this previous year, and that's a micro view of things. The way we differentiate our business, the way we help advisors differentiate their businesses through macro tax analysis, which is Mr. and Mrs. Client or prospect. We're here to help you reduce your taxes hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars over your lifetime by properly planning your retirement future as far as taxes. That is a macro look, helping you save hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars. And I'm going to share with you some resources you can use to tell that macro story. But micro analysis versus macro analysis, macro is the differentiator. We also like to use the message frame that tax codes are written in pencil, which means every 2 years, the IRS can get together and change the rules on us, and they have, and they will, and Congress will get together and change the rules on us, and that is a real risk. So how do we mitigate that? How do we help keep our clients with a more predictable retirement and something that they can understand and mitigate this, not only tax risk, but legislative risk? And if you guys haven't seen it, this is a resource that's on our website. Under our Rising Tax Risk Toolkit, we've built out a number of toolkits. You can go in and you can Google these as well. But these are just right out of the Congressional Budget Office. These are the options for reducing debt. Volume 1 is the larger reductions. That's 100 pages of large reductions. So you can imagine what's packed in there around tax increases and cuts to benefits. There's a lot of things there. Then they came out with the volume 2, smaller reductions. I think, again, 100 pages packed with things that are being kicked around Congress that will indeed, not all 200 pages here are going to be put into action, but they certainly will, of course, agree on some. And some of them are what we would call stealth tax, which is your effect on IRMA and things where there's surcharges and fees on your Social Security because you're taking income out of your retirement account. We don't have to increase taxes to charge it, but we need to be aware that they're there, and we can help you tell that story in a very meaningful way, and we'll get to that. But one message frame that we use quite often, and you can jot this down if you like it, which is you can be in an account, Mr. or Mrs. Client or prospect, which is an individual retirement account or a 401k account. Accounts are subject to tax and legislative risk because the rules can change. Or we can allocate some of your money to a tax-free contract. A contract is a contract between you and an insurance company where the rules are very difficult for the government to change. In fact, they rarely ever do, and if they do, you're usually grandfathered in. It's very difficult to change a private contract. And so do we want to be invested with all of our qualified money in an account, or does it make sense to have some of our retirement, not just qualified money, but our retirement money, should it all be in an account like a 401k or IRA, or does it make sense for us to have some money in a contract where we're predictable on our rules and how the taxes will be affected as we distribute money and how the rules will stay in place long-term in retirement? I think that's important. So those are some message frames. Micro analysis, we differentiate through macro analysis, saving hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of dollars in taxes through proper planning, and being in an account versus a contract. I think those are things that if you like them, you can jot them down and use them. It's all part of our training. We take a deep dive on messaging and story selling as part of our Stonewood training, and I'll kind of close this with a discussion around that. But that's a look at some of the message frames around tax and legislative risk. Let's look at some of the marketing for a minute. If you're looking at next year and you want to be able to do some events, seminars, webinars, client events of any sort, podcasts, you don't necessarily need to go and recreate the wheel. You can become a member of Stonewood, you can access our toolkits, and you can deliver the messaging around rising tax risk or legislative risk. Those are seminars and webinars and one-pagers and white papers and social media content. In fact, here's a look into what one of our toolkits, we call our legislative risk toolkit, protecting your retirement from Washington. 4 risks to watch is a white paper that is a nice value add if you like to send things to your current clients. If you want to use it as a lead gen, you can certainly put a form out there on Facebook or LinkedIn or on your website that says, hey, are you concerned about what's happening in Washington? Complete this form and we'll send you a white paper on it. And that white paper can be branded with your information, so it's coming out of your office. there's social media content, consumer videos. So there's a lot of content if you want to market this idea of protecting retirement from Washington, differentiating your business through macro tax analysis. We've got the tools and resources to help you do that. One way that we have been utilizing that has been very effective in starting conversations, opening conversations. We all want to close more business. We can't close business until we open the conversation. And this may be one of the best conversation openers that I've seen, which is a program called Retirement Tax Bill, or RTB. We will build out a custom landing page for your business, and your logo would go up there in the upper left. This landing page asks a very simple question. Could your tax bill in retirement be too big? Find out in 30 seconds. And there's a lot of ways to use this. We have a whole playbook on how to market with this. It's your own landing page or splash page. But one way that we always initiate right up front is to market to your prospect list and to your current clients. And we simply would say, hey, Tim, take literally 1 minute of your time to understand your retirement tax bill. It may save you hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement. And if you're concerned about the taxes that you see, schedule a short meeting with me and we can discuss. And so somebody can literally in this calculator put in their age, the dollar amount in their qualified account, and their tax rate. If they know it, if they don't know it, it'll default to 25%. This is a 60-year-old with $500,000. They received your email, they filled that calculator out, they pressed a button, and they find out that, oh my goodness, $500,000, I'm gonna pay $431,000 in taxes with my existing approach. My total potential taxes on the right with some adjustments and proper planning could be as low as $120,000. What did we just do? We introduced them front and center to macro tax analysis. This is a $300,000 tax savings through some proper planning. What we've done is open the conversation around a conversion plan. We don't care if you ever get to a conversion with this client or prospect, but we want the conversation to be started. And when somebody sees this, they are going to be upset. It's going to get them off center. And your calendar link can sit right here where it says review your results with a financial advisor. They can click that link and access your calendar and schedule a meeting. But they will also get an email in their inbox, and we invite them to check their inbox, and they'll get a full report on, this is Bob, filled this out. And Bob, here's your tax analysis. Looks like you've got $435 in taxes or $125 if we reallocate it. Schedule a short meeting with me and we can discuss it. That lead shows up in your dashboard at Stonewood for you to follow up with if you don't end up on their calendar. If you want to market or take a button like you're seeing here and put on your Facebook, your LinkedIn, or your email signature, we can help you do that and help you market this idea. We have all of the content for a marketing effort and follow-up funnels. All the content is built, and you can follow these funnels and use it if you'd like. It's a great, very inexpensive lead gen and very efficient lead gen or lead nurturing program. So that playbook is built. It's all right here, the top 10 ways to use it. We can help you with that and implement it. Here's just one of our advisors that has used this over the last 90 days and some of the results that he has seen. Almost 100 leads from his retirement tax bill, using it in conjunction with his seminars and webinars. 18 new clients have come from these kind of macro tax analysis conversations. 5 million in annuity, 10 million in AUM, and 170K in target. Anybody on this call interested in those types of numbers? I think we all would take it, especially as a way to efficiently have these conversations and start the conversation with tax savings. And so happy to discuss that in more detail, just one-on-one if you're interested. Beyond that, there's a number of white papers and one-pagers, all can be customized to your business. We do have authored 3 books. The most commonly used one is the middle one there, The New Holistic Retirement. That's a 100-page book. It's available hard copy and ebook form. You can customize it with your contact and picture and bio on the back and write the forward. It pre-sells the idea that we've discussed here over the last few minutes around allocating to a tax-free, the importance and tax savings and income benefits of being in a tax-free. So that when somebody sits down with you, they're going to be pre-sold on the idea. Now it's talking about implementation. So if you want to speed up the sales cycle, that book has been highly effective. I have advisors that will do hundreds of thousands of dollars of target premium every year in the insurance space or Roth conversions. The book pre-sells that idea for clients and prospects. A great giveaway in a seminar or webinar. In fact, there's a number of decks. These are a few decks, PowerPoint decks that are available. You can get in and download them. Our call to action is to do a tax and income analysis for clients that are sitting in front of you, either live or on a webinar, and we'll send you a copy of the book if you schedule a meeting with us. So if you want to do Protecting Retirement from Washington or the Rising Tax Risk, those are all built. The speaker notes are there, the sample videos are there, the content is there for you to plug in and use, and the call to action, which will help you close more meetings, is, hey, we can do a complimentary macro tax analysis for you and see if we can save you hundreds of thousands of dollars. Schedule a meeting with me. I'll give you a copy of the book on the topic as you leave if you schedule a meeting with me. So those are all resources available. We have a whole toolkit on how to run workshops or webinars. And if you want to do an automated webinar, we have a lot of people that don't want to be a presenter of these things, but would like something to work in the background and take the meetings. We have a program where we pre-recorded these webinars. You do an intro, just like we've seen Tim and his team do today. We do the presenting, and you do the call to action, and you just take the meetings from it, and we can promote it on Facebook. We have a partner that does that, and you just take the meetings and try and close the business. That's the idea behind it. So those are available in our marketing toolkit. Happy to tell you more about it. Once somebody comes in to meet, this is where we can start doing some analysis, tax and income analysis. And we can also start talking about what products may be available. And so what we've done with our software at Stonewood is try to be big picture strategy software, so you can make a presentation that somebody understands and that is very easy for them to get and say, okay, how do we implement this? And start asking you buying questions. And so if you are an annuity producer, and especially annuity income producer, you may appreciate our Annuity Alpha software. This is a software that basically is built to show someone that they cannot necessarily replicate what an annuity does for them from a cash flow basis on their own. They can try, and they can take a lot more risk in a portfolio, but they're probably going to fail. And we do this in a very simple way. So let me show you a case study. I think it's the easiest way to illustrate this. This is a client here that is age 65, considering 100K in an annuity. She's going to retire at age 70. And we picked an age of death in the software. We did 95 here. And what we would also enter is a return assumption on their brokerage account. So if this money was at the bank, or if it was at Edward Jones or someplace else in a 401K, we would put in an asset allocation and a return that you feel comfortable with, and a fee structure you feel comfortable with, all decisions you can input. And then we just need the annuity income. So you run an annuity on 100K from whatever carrier. We need the lifetime income amount at age 70. And we'll create about a 4 or 5 page report. A couple pages are what we present. The first page says, here's what the annuity provides. It's $11,265 for life. That means if you live beyond 95, you live to 96, you're going to get an $11,265 check. You live to 106, you're going to get an $11,265 check. It's guaranteed for life. If you want to take that withdrawal amount from your current brokerage account, you can do it. You're just going to not be able to do it for very long. You're going to run out of money because that distribution rate is too high to be supported by the returns you're getting in that portfolio. You'd have to do two things: either take less or get a lot more returns. And I'm going to show you the returns you would need necessary. If you want to make the money last $295, the withdrawal rate that you could take is about $7,800, so about $4,000 less. And if you live to 96, there's no more money. In fact, if you have a bad sequence of returns up front, you could run out of money. So you could take a considerable pay cut to the annuity and still have a lot of risk in your portfolio. The last thing we show is option 3. If you want to make your money last to 95 and match the cash flow the annuity provides, we'd have to guarantee almost 9% a year out of your portfolio. And you might say, maybe we could do that. This is a 50-50 portfolio, remember. That means the fixed side has to deliver 4%, probably possible with interest rates popping up like they have recently. But the equity side has to deliver over 13% a year. How many of us on this call feel comfortable guaranteeing 13%? I mean, maybe, I don't know, I didn't see if Bernie Madoff registered for this thing. He might be guaranteeing 13%. But the reality is you can't guarantee it that much on your own. You can try to replicate the annuity, but it's going to be very difficult and you'll probably fail. Or we can allocate this 100K, Mr. Prospect, to the annuity, take no risk, guarantee a lifetime of income that is a very high and significant cash flow. And here's the 2 pages. We share these with clients all the time and they say, great, sign me up. And so if you're looking for a simple way not only to sell the annuity, but also to protect yourself, you can take this report, stick it in the client file, and a year from now when they hear some bad news on an annuity and they come back and say, why the heck did you put me in the annuity? You can take this report out and say, remember, we looked at it. We tried to determine, should we try to do this on our own and take a bunch of risk, or should we guarantee it? And we decided to guarantee it. Oh, yeah, I got it. So number of ways to use that. If you want to allocate money to a tax-free, I'm going to show you 2 quick scenarios here. And I'm going to move through it pretty quickly because I think you'll get the concepts. But this is somebody contributing into a 401k, and we want to redirect this unmatched money, for purposes of our example here, into a tax-free IUL. We want to be able to have some money in a tax-free. We would input the client age, the year they want to retire, a tax rate and return assumption, and we create a tax and income analysis. This is, by the way, something every one of you, if you want to have access to this part of the software and the marketing for clients like this, talk to Tim and his team at IAMS, and you can get access to it. And I'm just picking up the tab on this one, and it's a powerful one. So we do a tax and income report. Looks like this. It just shows the client, hey, if you keep making deferred contributions into your 401k, you will get to defer about 29 grand. When you hit retirement, you're going to pay over $80,000 in taxes during your lifetime. If I could show you a way to avoid all $80,000 in taxes, would you be open to allocating that money to a tax-free IUL? Most people would be open to that. When we can say, would you rather pay $29,000 in taxes or 81? If they answer that question wrong, you probably need a new client, right? Or a new prospect. So tax report, very simple, looks like this, easy to present. And then we do an income analysis, and the income analysis is simple. What does taking a systematic withdrawal look like out of your 401k? Kind of the maximum withdrawal we could take, and the net income after taxes. What would utilizing the Roth option look like from an income standpoint? And what does funding the IUL look like? And you can see over on the right-hand side, we could take a net maybe $6,800 a year and a total $233. We get a little bump up utilizing a tax-free Roth, but look at the IUL, right? Very significant increase, and that includes the death benefit for the total benefit. But I can create these reports that are very simple and say, here's what you're doing now, here's one option, here's an IUL, you tell me which way we want to go. And I don't even have to talk about product, I'm talking about taxes and income here. I haven't even talked about, hey, this is indexed to protect you, this has living benefits to protect you, this has death benefits to protect you. I haven't even had that discussion yet. So very simple ways to present tax and income side of things. If you're doing IUL already and you want a simple cost IUL and cost report, you can plug an illustration into our software and get a compliant one-pager that looks like this. Very simple to present. And there's a visual page that we present a lot of times. Hey, what we're doing here, Mr. Client, is we're putting $200,000 in to get you $1.8 million out tax-free over your lifetime. That's what we're doing. That's our strategy. And these visuals are a lot easier to present than a 30-page illustration from a carrier. So those are available to you. And if somebody says, hey, I heard insurance is expensive, great. Go to our cost analysis software, plug in a few data points off your illustration, and you'll get a one-pager that shows the average cost as a percentage form. So that contract we looked at, where we showed help the client avoid $80,000 in taxes, we increased their income, we protected their asset, and they say, hey, I heard it's expensive. Average is 33 basis points, a 1/3% a year. How does that compare to what you thought was expensive? It's not. Now, if you blow out of this contract early, Mr. Client, it's going to be expensive. But if you hold it long term, which is the only way to think about this, it's actually probably considerably less than a lot of things you're investing in now. So those are available to you. If you want to do more conversion planning, which is where our large cases work, our average target premium for those types of cases are around $6 grand. If you want to bump that up to 50 or 60,000 of target premium, that's where we start looking at converting qualified money and using the proceeds to fund an IUL. Like this guy, you might have $1.5 million of total assets, and we're going to convert $500,000. Why should we convert it? Well, we run the tax burden analysis, and we show him there's about a $300,000 tax savings if he converts that money into from an IRA into a IUL. That's that macro tax analysis. Now let's evaluate the income that would come from that money. If he keeps it, the income's about 29 grand a year. We can show what a Roth conversion would look like. And then we show what funding the IUL looks like. This is a 5-pay, $80,000 a year. How many of us would love to have a 5-pay, $80,000 a year? Well, I just showed you a very simple way to present this. Not only is there a $300,000 tax savings, what do we do for the income? We took them from $29,000 of net taxes under current, we did a 20, 25, and a 30% tax rate. A lot of experts are calling for a double over the next 30 years. If taxes really go up, that IRA income net is going to go way down. It won't affect the Roth or the IUL or the Roth yet, unless things change, which is that legislative risk component. But look at the IUL. We went to 35,000 and 1.2 million as far as total benefits. So we can run these reports and make a very simple presentation. Last thing I want to share with you is the in-person training. So if you like what you've heard over the last 30 minutes or so, and you say, man, it would be great to sit down and really absorb this and take a deep dive on it, we do a conference twice a year and a virtual one in the summer. But our next one is coming up February the 20th and 21st in Louisville, Kentucky. It's part of your Stonewood membership, and we take a deep dive on all the story selling, all the software, all the marketing, best practices on how it's being used. We also will run for our members not only one-on-one support with our success team, but monthly study groups and State of the Union, what's happening in Washington that we should be aware of in that big congressional budget recommendations, what things are actually probably going to happen, which things should be on our radar to happen. And those are the things that we can give you access to. So that's the training component, and this is what we're doing as far as a membership cost. There is all of our software that has to do, and marketing that has to do with saving, taking money from a qualified account or non-qualified money and saving in an IUL. Talk to Tim and his team, and they can get you access to it at no cost to you. If you're interested in more of the annuity or the conversion planning, we've got some very inexpensive access to it monthly, and there's not a long-term contract to this. You can do, if you're an annuity producer, great. We can help you get that retirement tax bill landing page built, help you market with that, get the annuity alpha software, all of our tax conversion software, and you can run with it for $229 a month. There's a $300 setup fee that what we're doing here for everybody on this call, if you're interested in getting started right away, we will waive that setup fee for any of the options here through the end of the year. So just let us know, reach out, circle back with Tim or myself, and we can help you save about $300 if you want to get this up and running here before the end of the year. We have an IUL focused membership and then one that bundles up both. And so we'll waive the setup fee on all of them. So you can get started for $229 or $329 a month. We take you through an onboarding. We would show you how to use the resources, customize the marketing, and help implement this so that January, and close out this year and then get a real head start on January, get a good kickstart to it. So that's really what I wanted to cover. I think we did it in under our time promised, and I open it up if there's any questions from anyone. I'll be happy to answer them if you want to throw them in the chat, or I know Tim, you said you had some polls along the way. So, but that's really everything that I had to talk about, and if we can be of service and help you in your business and implement some of these ideas, please let us know, and we'd love to help you get started and save you a little bit of money on the setup fee.
Awesome. Thank you, Tyler. Well, I'm going to go ahead and launch our first poll question. What percent of your clients are concerned with future tax liabilities? So we'll give everybody just a couple moments here to go ahead and answer that. And then I've got another poll, and we'll give them a chance to see if any questions pop up. But again, with the federal debt approaching $36 trillion, guys, I know that, you know, a lot of times people just, oh, it's going to be, you know, down the future, and we're taking a look at everything from a micro level. Stonewood gives you those tools and resources to help your clients from a macro level. Go ahead and close that poll. Thank you, everybody. For next one I have is, would you like some information on how Stonewood's platform and the legislative risk toolkit? So we'll go ahead and get that going here. Give about another 15 seconds. It doesn't look like we have any questions here. So Tyler, any last comments that you wanted to add? I feel, you know, we've been working with Stonewood for a while. Your presentation is very thorough and covers most everything, but any last talking points here before we let everybody go?
No, thank you for having me on. Appreciate that. And like I said, if we can be of service to you or your business, please let us know, and we can get you up and running pretty quickly. And outside of that, have a happy holidays if we don't talk to you here before the end of the year.
Awesome, everybody. I hope you have a great day, a fantastic holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Wish warm thoughts to all you and your family. Bye now. Have a great day.